We have the Colts minus Andrew Luck, and the Falcons that's about to be minus Devontae Freeman.
Ooh,
Ooh, it stings.
yes.
And this is gonna go way off topic, but we took a break between this recording, and I was gone for a while. And I have to explain the reason why I was gone is because I actually ran out of beer at my house, and the only thing I had left was some Artie's Bloody Mary mix, and I made myself a fucking great Bloody Mary. It's one of the best Bloody Marys I've had in my life, and I'm completely enjoying it.
While you were doing that, I went to my kitchen and I got some ice out of the freezer, and I made one of the best glasses of water I've ever had in my entire life.
It's not the same. Yeah, you have no idea what you're missing with this.
Well, I should elaborate. The reason I'm not drinking right now is because I got really fucking drunk earlier in the middle of the day, and I'm not feeling it anymore.
Like
Done.
I have Bloody Mary mix all over my mustache right now.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even care because that's just second helpings of how delicious this Bloody Mary is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it's third helpings when you throw it up later.
I'm not gonna throw it up. How much do you think I've been drinking tonight?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You're sounding pretty stupid right now. Dude.
Oh.
So we're gonna talk about this fucking game.
Yeah, let's talk about this game. Watch.
Actually, it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a bad game. It was a great game. It was a close game.
I'll
Got
tell you.
decided by a classic Adam Vinatieri,
Yeah.
which was, like I said, classic Adam Vinatieri. Um, Hasselback obviously played. He, I think, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
The big difference maker here was actually a pick six by the Colts defense. Late in the
Right.
game, too.
Yeah.
Pretty late in the game.
Well, do you think? I mean, that obviously is a huge deciding factor. Um, do you think one of the biggest things that came out on the Falcons side was the fact that Devontae Freeman got injured like right away? I think was that in the first quarter that
Yeah,
happened.
I do. That really, and that's going to hurt him going forward, and really, it's even going to hurt. I don't know how hurt he is.
I think he got a concussion.
Yeah, you're right. So he's going to miss maybe not the rest of the season,
A
but
couple weeks at
right.
least. Yeah.
So that's really going to hurt them during a tight playoff race.
And at least by NFL standards, most of the time when a running back gets a concussion, when the week that they come back, they're not there 100%. And it's mostly in a way that they're trying to protect themselves more after getting a concussion. And they usually don't, hit the same thing that they were doing before it and everything. And which is almost more unfortunate for the Falcons because they're already on a downslope with Devontae Freeman.
A couple weeks ago, about maybe 3 weeks ago, who would have thought that the lowly Colts would have beat the still undefeated Falcons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But they did. Colts, they've surprisingly, I believe, won more games without Andrew Luck than they have with this year.
Yeah.
It's not because Hasselback's putting up amazing numbers or anything. He's definitely playing decent. It's just an odd, statistical. It's just an odd occurrence.
Well,
I guess.
I think
A lot of
that's
it's
not too much to be said because I feel like Andrew Luck was actually playing better before his injury. I mean, they beat the Broncos, and he played a good game.
That is true. The Colts probably still have to be the favorite to win their division.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for the Texans right now. The Falcons, the season that started off promising for them is suddenly in jeopardy, especially with the injury to Freeman at a critical point in the season where they need to kind of keep a little bit of a buffer there to
Yeah.
at least contend for a wild card spot. Because realistically, the division's gone.
I said this way, way earlier in the season that when they were still undefeated, I kept saying it's not because Matty Ice is a great quarterback that is controlling this team. And now with Devontae Freeman gone, still, you're putting more, I guess, pressure on the quarterback, and he's still not delivering it for him. I called that out way when they're undefeated. I didn't think that he was doing an amazing job that's contributing towards their wins. And he obviously now he's not contributing to wins at all. So
He actually contributed to the loss this time,
right,
which he's still a pretty solid quarterback, and he's largely the reason that they're competitive in a lot of these games. But without Freeman, it's not looking good. The main thing with Matty Ice is he doesn't make late mistakes like that. He got picked off.
yeah.
You know,
Especially for the Colts secondary, who isn't known for being anything spectacular this season.
right. I forget who actually got the pick, but
I don't know either.
it's not someone that obviously no one on the Colts defense has just been tearing it up.
Right.
So it's a pretty impressive play and a pretty decent win by the Colts when they really their division race is pretty competitive despite it not necessarily being a great division.
Mm-hmm.
So two teams that are potentially playoff bound, and the Colts got the better of it this week.
Would you go as far as to say that it was almost a much needed win for the Colts since the
Yeah,
Texans
especially
are
with the Texans playing the way
right?
they're playing. Definitely much needed.
It's gotta feel good for a Colts fan that when your star quarterback goes down for the second time in one season,
Yeah,
they
you
can
could
still pull up these
still
wins.
win games,
Yeah,
right? Despite all the bad things that you can say about the Colts and the disappointment, everyone was expecting them to be the number one seed. I think a lot of
yeah.
people were. I was.
I was, yeah.
So with that said, it's still impressive that they're able to win despite all the disappointments and everything.
It's ironic if you go to our Cowboys game. You mentioned that Tony Romo's still undefeated with 3 wins. So was
Yeah.
Matt Hasselbeck. If that says anything for you.
Hey, they got the hot hand. Keep them in the game. Don't. I don't think there's a reason to force Luck back in the game so
No,
soon.
I
He
wouldn't
is
say it all.
legitimately hurt, and if Hasselbeck's playing pretty well, leave him in the game. Just,
Well, especially okay. I feel they almost might have brought Luck back a little too early when he
I,
had a
I
shoulder
think so.
injury, and now he has cracked ribs and a lacerated kidney.
Right.
Uh,
Sounds
Man, that
fun.
sounds pretty damn major to the point where uh, you might not see him even the first playoff game. Maybe
Yeah,
I would be
I'm.
surprised if Luck played at all the rest of the season. To be honest,
Well, we will find out.
yeah, that is the good question, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a lacerated kidney is like
No, no big deal.
yeah, no big deal. Maybe it's like a paper cut on your thumb or something like that. I don't know.
Internal organs bleeding still.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's a wound.
But maybe he's just one tough son of a bitch, and he wants to go out there and play despite it.
It definitely is that.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. Is that they might maybe run themselves into a corner. Chuck Pagano needs to win some games, and Andrew Luck comes out there and goes, "I'll do it," and they might risk it all. Just for some wins at the end of the season. I don't know. We'll definitely have to see, and I definitely want to look up more of it's going to be a week to week thing with Andrew Luck to see when he comes back and what his condition will be, and even when he comes back, what his condition will be. Is he still going to be the same player? Is he going to be lacking? I have no idea. So I think
Yeah, that's it.
that wraps it up. And with all of that, You can leave us a comment below, and you can also like us on Facebook and Twitter because we sometimes put some little funny things on there. And
Little funny things.
little funny things. Yeah. That's shut up.
I'm sorry, y'all. He made a bet this week in fantasy football with someone else that if he lost, he had a small dick. So, and he did lose. So, Cal has a small dick officially.
I'm gonna just drink my Bloody Mary to make me a little happier.
I just announced it to the world.
To 16 people.
Maybe.
That's generally how many views we get.
I would laugh my ass off if this was the most.
If this was the viral video. That my
Yeah.
dick is tiny is the viral video. Yeah.
We can all go
God damn it.
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. And guess what? If you follow us on Twitter, I'll tell you my secret recipe that's in my Bloody Mary. How about that? Huh? Huh? Huh?
That's
I actually didn't have any Tabasco sauce. I would have put it in if I had some. Okay, I'm gonna cut this video and I'll tell you what I did put in. That'll make you happy though.
okay.
All right.